sit next to the Oscar, applying pressure, somebody stop us. Woo! Applying pressure, somebody stop us. Running my casa, go need a doctor, go need a doctor, go need a what? I just came back for the win. Lot of new money in my hand.
The weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather. And we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Cleveland Browns and the Atlanta Falcons. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. From his end zone, it's Corey Ballantyne. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
The Falcons take over first down at their own 15-yard line.
Here we go.
They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On second down, a run with Patterson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 16, first down Falcons.
Watch out now, 52.
They'll set up to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
They'll take it inside the 25. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one, but 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a third down and 6. This shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Now Watson. He finds his man, complete. It's Grant. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
2nd and 6 with the ball on the 7. They run it again with Chubb. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he is going to lose yardage here. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
York able to send this one through, and the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
Valentine now from the end zone. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They fumbled the last time they had the football. Fortunate that it only led to a field goal. 3-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Jacob Phillips gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Black ultra.
2nd and 15. Under pressure, they got him again. Perrion Winfrey in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. Ritter and the Falcons need an answer, and a big play here on 3rd and long following the sack. Looking to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And the Browns are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
I think he thought he had his first read open on that one, but they were obviously ready for that throw, and that's just a lack of experience showing. Young quarterback stared his man down the whole way, and they were more than happy to sit on that route and bring home the INT.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt, and he'll get this up to about the 40. Jalen Hawkins is there to bring him down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
They run again on 1st down, Chubb. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And again, it's Chubb. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll try the air now with Watson. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And the Falcons are going to take over at their own 41. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I've played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
Hey, hey, dude.
Back to throw now on 1st down. That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 42 yards rushing for him now in just his first 3 carries. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll go with the keeper. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. Algier is going backwards here. Now they come in and drop him all the way back at the 4-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Back to throw. This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons have moved out in front. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. And this is no good. He missed it. Not a good start here in the kicking department, as this remains a 6-3 score. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they will finally get him down, but not before he takes this to the Falcons' 33. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ends up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
On 2nd and 11 now. Watson. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Watson. And here he's got Grant. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he stopped immediately there. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Watson. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and trying to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. Yeah, the Browns are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Chubb. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Maybe a free play for Watson. And he's going to go down. But a penalty flag down as well. And if this is offsides, it's going to be a first. And a penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward. The ball placed just outside of the end zone as they come up again on another 3rd and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. No gain on the play. And what to do now on 4th and goal. Running for it. Here's Chubb. And he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2-yard line. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Falcons able to muster together a goal line stand. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room. This one into the hands of Pitts. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. But tapping those toes, he tried to get both in bounds. He could not do it, though.
In tap dance parlance, could not complete the shuffle. All right, needed to get that shuffle down with both feet, not just one.
Is that what they say?
There it is. You know, put a little sand down on the stage.
I'll take your word for it, my man. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead. Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Hunt will try going up the middle. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down. To throw on 2nd and 6, Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted. And now the rookie's free. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. So that a real wrench thrown in now for this offense. They're trying to make a game of this in the third quarter, but that is not going to help. Yeah, partner, probably should have used a different tool on that play, right? That ultimately is the kind of play where you can lose a ball game instead of being in a position to win. This time, the extra point up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry. Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points. The tackle goes there to Linval Joseph. Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole. Now a throw here to his running back. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here. From the 38, Watson. He finds his man, complete. That's Grant. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. And Chubb will try the middle here. And down to the 36-yard line here. 81 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill. Second down, here's Chubb again. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. David Njoku, 34 yards. And the Browns' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead down to 3 at 13-10. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Valentine opting not to return it, and his guys will have it at the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down. 1st and 10, it's Patterson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes his upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. 3rd down. Here's Patterson. And he's got some space here. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They'd done a nice job on him in the 1st half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the 2nd half, that got done.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now it's Watson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. try and run it here. And he will dive into the end zone, and the two-point conversion is successful. And they turn the pick 6 into a pick 8 with that two-point conversion.
I love how you upsell. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalized a little bit on top.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Browns' drive about to get started. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini-losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Well, it doesn't matter where you put him, lined up in the backfield or split out like he was there. He can be a weapon when he gets that ball in his hands. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And the Falcons say they have it. They do. And I don't know that that fumble's going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now an option play, and he'll keep it. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Well, that's what he can do when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
38.
Running the jet sweep with Ridley. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. Now the gadget play here on 4th down winds up backfiring. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. Now a 1st down throw, Watson. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. Back to throw, Watson. Flush to his right. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Richie Grant. And the Falcons are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. All set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Beginning on the ground with Patterson. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. He'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Bradley Pinion now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Fielded just inside the 30. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And Chubb fighting, but nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped short of that 1st down marker.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
They'll run for it. Chubb. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Patterson. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. 108 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous.
Available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
This was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Falcons, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they will get a home date next week against the Los Angeles Chargers.
Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown. I come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine cause I want to. I pull the sword out the border, walk a floor full of cobras. Go to war with you all, we can